One, two, three, four.
Hi, we are Palace. Watch live Prog
with Marcel. He's mad, you know.
Welcome to Live Prog. My name is Marcel Haster and I'm taking you on my continuous journey through music. Now, there's a lot of music around us, and from all different countries, music keeps coming up, albums keep being released. It's very hard, to make a choice or keep up with them. And of course, we can only spend our money once, and especially in, the current economic situation, it's often not much that we have to spend on music. So, we have to look for albums that are really worth it. Of course, I have a new album to present to you. A while back I got an email from a guy from Italy saying, hey, I'm in a band and would you like to hear my music? So I said, okay, I'm always interested, at least to listen to it, and then from there on we'll see it. So I listened to a couple of tracks and I said, well, this sounds interesting, I want to hear more. So I got a copy of the album and I thought it was definitely worth sharing with you. Which album am I talking about? This one, Even Flow, and the album is called Ancient Memories. What can I tell about Even Flow? Not much, because I checked their website and they don't have much to offer there. The band was founded in 2000, but it took them a few years before they got a lineup together that they could work with, and they released their first album in 2008, and in 2011 they released their second album, which is this one, Ancient Memories. That's the first time I hear of them. They present themselves as a prog metal band, and when I listen to the album, it's fairly prog metal. They're very heavy on the guitars, heavy on the drums, lots of keyboards in it as well, so they fit the description. So when I listened to the album, I gotta be honest, a couple of tracks are not really standout. They're fairly regular prog metal music. But there are a couple of tracks on this album that make it interesting, and that's the main reason why I bring it to you. Because of course we have a lot of prog metal releases, and it's very hard these days to really stand out and bring something unique. And I think these guys have something that I would hope that they would explore a bit more on another album, because that might give them a bigger chance of getting a wider audience and getting noticed as well. When I looked at the tracks and when I look at the time of the album, there are 8 tracks on it, and the album is about 43 minutes long. So it's not a really long album. It would fit on a vinyl release, almost. So, as I said, a couple of tracks are fairly standard. But when I look at the title track, Ancient Memories, that was the first time, something started with me like, this is nice. Because there they step away a little bit from the metal and move on to more the acoustic guitar and the acoustic song. Still some crunchy guitars in it, but more of an acoustic approach to the song, which makes it a very beautiful song. But for me, the last couple of songs on the album were the most interesting ones. The one that really got me like, hey, I gotta hear that again. That was track number 6. It's called Chantal, Dreamland Part 2. The last track on their first album was called Dreamland, so this is a bit of a continuation of that song. Different sound, not as much a prog metal sound anymore, but more, I find it a bit hard to describe. So I'm going to choose the easiest way, a bit of an alternative kind of sound, not prog, not metal, but something darker, maybe even more in the direction of Nick Cave, something like that. But that's what really got me interested in this band, because then I thought, hey, they can do more than just crunchy, heavy songs. You know, they can also become a little more inventive and create a different kind of atmosphere, a bit of a more darker atmosphere. And they keep on that vibe, because not that the rest of the songs, the last 2 tracks, are the same, but from there on they bring something different with the rest of the songs. Because the track number 7, Believe, is also again this acoustic approach, just like with the track Ancient Memories, and again they do that very well. I enjoy the vocals as well. The singer, and I got a sheet I put on the booklet, and his name is Paolo Patatu. He's the guy in the middle. And well, you have here the entire lineup of the band. The 5 guys, as you can see, they're relatively young guys in their late 20s, early 30s. You know, his voice started to change a little bit away from also again the standard prog metal, which I like very much. The closing song of the album, that's really something completely different, because I heard a bit of a Caribbean tune in it, and it returns later on in the song as well, and I gotta be honest, I like that. You know, I didn't expect it, and in a way it doesn't fit, but somehow they pull it off, because if you listen to the song, it's a really good one. It's called Rhythm of the Sun. Well, again, you know, Rhythm of the Sun, Caribbean music, it kind of matches up, but you know, they pull it off, and that's what I gotta say for them. Kudos, you know, well done. So I know it's you know, half of the album is pretty much standard music, the other half is definitely very interesting music. Altogether, I'd say they're worth it. Now, I showed you the cover, you know, the artwork. It's also very nice, but it's, well, as you can see, it's a fairly dark artwork as well. So, well, that's Even Flow. Did I mention they're from Italy? I may have forgotten that, my apologies. They're from Italy. So, an Italian prog metal band, Even Flow, Ancient Memories. Definitely at least worth to listen to, you know. There are a couple of really interesting songs on it. Still, I mean, I call it a standard prog metal songs, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I mean, I like prog metal, so I enjoyed this album very much, and this is an album I will certainly play more than just for my preparation for this review. So, well, what you do with it is up to you, but I say this is an